Welcome to the second part of the Dark Seer Educational that we are doing. So this is obviously the continuation of part one, the one that is now I think like 2 weeks old, 2.5 weeks old, something like that, where we touched on a lot of different things. The laning stage, the spells, spell usage, item combos, stuff like that. So this is gonna be part two. And as I've talked about, we're mainly just gonna look at the mid game of the hero and like how you want to play team fights and why you in specific situations only want to focus on one or two things and the same kind of with your item builds. So as you can see also since the last time, yes, we are master tier Dark Seer now, so let's go us. And second of all, we have won the last 6 games with various different item builds. So first off, the oldest win, it still has a Helm of Dominator inside of it, which currently I'm not the biggest fan of, but you can still go for it if you'd like. I would say you build this item if one, you need stats and armor, and two, you're gonna play a lot on your own in terms of with a creep, with a centaur creep if you have no good vacuum combos. Like in this game, I only had tiny, kind of. But I think Darkseer has different item builds right now that are greedy in a way that don't involve dominators such as Aghanims. So let's skip this one for now and look at the next game we've played. Let's have a quick look at this one. We're probably going to look at like 2 to 3 replays, just check a bit of, like I said, it's made us to sharpen down the team fighting aspect of the hero, because that's what the hero is really about. Like laning stage, of course, it's like the first aspect of the game. You need to know like how to lane, what to do in the lane, and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's get into this one here. We're laning Darkseer Tusk, which is a pretty strong lane. My starting items, I'm still trying to figure it out, but in this game, I feel like okay, it's probably okay to go for this, and I still go for a bottle later, so I don't need too much regen. So at the rune fight, I shell my Tusk, they go for a play, it's a 1-for-1 trade, it's fine. We're not going to look at the lane too much, but let's just to reiterate the things in the past here. I felt like that we're strong enough, so I don't want to double shell, also because I'm missing some mana, and I knew that one of their guys is coming a bit late to lane. So we're going for a shell, we hit in the lane, we get 1, 2, we got 3 out of 4 CS, which is pretty good. We push in the lane a lot, so now I kind of told him to pull the wave and he didn't go for it, but it's fine. So anyway, we shell the creep, we run up, we play aggressive, we get level 2, we have a mango at the ready if necessary, we're getting close to our bottle. We let them pull, which is not ideal, so currently already a lot of things aren't necessarily going our way. But we're still top CS, so it feels great. He gets an Ice Shard into attack team on the CM. I skill Vacuum, I pull him back, and we kill him. And this is why it's important. Hold your skill point. Like, don't underestimate Vacuum. It's 100 damage on level 1, so that's really strong. So anyway, it's clearly going to showcase here why the bottle is so good on this hero. We get the bottle, we trade, we fight. We keep using our spells. I'm telling him when we have Vacuum and he has the spells, we can go. So he goes for it. Sadly, I couldn't quite hit the Wraith King at the start. But anyway, 2-man Vacuum to kind of like disrupt them a bit. I get to kill this guy. And trades for us are really good. Not only are we ending up with a double kill, but this means I can use all my mana, use my shell, push this out. Now he TPs back top. He refills my bottle. Boom. Bottle. I get a bottle sip and a refill. So basically I get like 4 bottle charges. He gets to stack the can, which is great. We go on the Wraith King again. I think this is not quite a kill, but it's a lot of pressure. Now we're level 5. I have 3 levels in shell, and I'm telling him, hey, we have a wave in the tower and we have glyph. We can dive. Look how safe they play. And also, big mistake by them. They went for a pull, which is honestly like just not a good play here. They even TP their Mirana to top. They TP their post 4 to top. They still die on 2 heroes. And we're basically free farming. So this just goes to show you like how strong bottle can be in lanes where you're gonna fight and stuff like that. Here, another bottle refill. Like, look at my net worth. It is so high. I'm highest net worth hero as Darkseer. But now, let's go over that because we've touched on the laning phase a few times already. I think you guys understand it by now. We're gonna farm a stack. So let's just skip ahead and like see the items I'm buying. So I went for a hood. Why do I go hood first item? Because when I play Darkseer, you need to look at it kind of this way. I generally want to itemize for myself, so I want to make myself tanky. In some games, you can get a Vanguard first. In some games, you can get a Hood first. you don't always have to go first at a mechanism. I think you should only go first at a mech if you're gonna go together and if it's not that easy for you to die first. But like in this game, there's a Mirana arrow, lots of magic damage, like Legion Q if he skills it, CM is all magic, Mirana is mainly magic, Queen of Pain has a lot of magic damage, and Wraith King also, like not too much but a little bit, so generally speaking the Hood is really strong. Hood also allows us to play aggressive and it gives us some good sustain. Here, we're just like kind of playing around a bit. We have a Hood, I skill wall, I get to kill the guy. You know, I kill them top while my team is killing them bottom. I think I force out a Sonic Wave here or whatever, which is fine. I kill the carry, 3 people come top. So in this game, the reason I go Hood is because it's going to allow me to play very aggressively and now I can build into like team items. I go top, I get more levels, and like look at this timing. I'm going to have a 10-minute Hood mech or something like that. I shell, also important when you play Dark Seer with a pos 4. I clicked his TP here because I didn't know where he's TPing. Because it doesn't matter where they TP to, you want to shell and surge them right before the TP ends. So look at this timing. Okay, so the shell has been on him for a while, but look at the surge. It's 0.2 seconds or 0.1 seconds before this TP finishes. Like if I do it right away, then he's not surge. But he comes into this fight with a level 4 surge, level 4 shell, level 2 surge. So he is on top of them. He gets to snowball, save my guy, take him with him. And not only are they like winning this fight and owning them, I'm getting gold. I got gold from this play. And now, here we go, we feel great. I bought Arcane Boots because I feel like, wow, we're great. I push top, and now I run to middle because I'm like, oh, you know, this is simple. We go mid, we use some spells. Game is a stomp so far. We chill a bit. We're going to finish our mech. Here, we just want to run a bit with the team, use some stuff, drop our stick, drop our boots, use our stick. Now we have a 12-minute Arcane Boot Hood mech, and now we basically just want to play with the team, you know? Here, like, we see nothing. We saw one guy mid, and I'm just running head first in a triangle. Because I have Hood, Surge, I'm the strongest hero on the map right now. I'm offlane Dark Seer, but I'm strongest hero on the map. Hood, stick, mech completed, Arcane Boots, Surge, wall, everything for my team. So right now, if you're at this point in the game, you want to force fights with Dark Seer, which means you can shell out a wave and then go with your team. Right now, how do we want to use our spells? It's an early game, so basically all you want to do is shell your allies, look if you have a vacuum combo. I have like 1 or 2, I guess I can vacuum them into this. Yeah, I can vacuum them into the Dawn ulti, into the Dawn stun, Ice Path, and that's kind of it. So here we just get a free kill on the CM, that looks great. It's really hard for the enemies to fight us right now. And now we're debating, okay, what do we need next? I can go either A, Hood, B, Greaves, or maybe a Crimson Guard or an Aghanim's. Aghanim's is pretty cool as it makes you more tanky, and I do have a lot of shell targets. But I'm opting to go for Greaves because it will dispel the Queen's Orchid and it will dispel the Frostbite. And I figured, or I kind of had a feeling, that the Frostbite was getting maxed out in this game. So here I TP bottom, I push out the lane, I play very safe, because I know when this happens, I pinged it to my team. I said, I'm going to TP bottom and look at the line that I draw on the map. Because right now, we have top, mid, and a jungle, so they're going to go bottom. So I TP bot and draw for my team to smoke here. So now what do? I push this out as fast as I can before I'm in danger. You know, now I'm probably in danger because now they're like, what the hell is this guy doing? Let's go bottom. So what I do is I play safe. I'm not running out here. I'm not running out here. I'm not running out here. I wait to shell this wave and I just chill. And I wait for my team to be close by. Because look at the whole vision. I also scan because I know they're coming. I scan, this guy's here, they want to kill me. But now when the closer my team gets, the more I can run up. And now like, look, I saw this guy here. And wall in the early game is not that important. So I see the CM, I wall him, and it blocked him. It didn't need to block him, but in this case it blocks him and he's just dead. I don't know if it always spawns like this, because this was kind of funny. But you know, we just use wall, it applies more pressure on the map, gives us an easy kill on him. We get another tower, push waves, look for kills, look for fights. So I did actually change my mind and I'm going for a pipe, it looks like. So Pipe makes my team more tanky than me buying Greaves, of course, right? Like, Mech is already 275 health. And right now, the Hood is good, but it's only for me. Once I have Pipe, I also help them from magic damage. So, like, right now, this game is very clean. And I didn't need to go some Helm of Dominator here, right? Like, I can just do this, and they're already saying, like, go end. Like, we have a 16-minute Mech Pipe. Like, the game's over. Okay, like, there wasn't much to this game. So let's go check out the next one. Okay, so we're gonna look at this replay because it's like the polar opposite of what you usually want to do on Dark Seer, and this is a very, very greedy way of playing the hero. But I will tell you guys about the item build, and anyway, the main point is how to play team fights, right? And like what's important. So we're gonna look at that. But the reason that we go for this item build is because of the lineup that I am playing with. Usually, if you play Dark Seer in a lineup with teammates that will like carry you and that have a good time and an easy time at using your auras, then you can easily build auras. But so like similar to the game that we just watched, we are again we're buying a bottle, we have the Sage Mask, and again we're going for a hood. There's a Storm, there's a Morph, there's a Dawnbreaker, so a lot of magical damage. So we're gonna go for hood. It gives us sustain, it gives us tankiness, so let's skip ahead a bit. It is now minute 10. Our void is 0-4. And I have a mid Grimstroke. So I have a mid hero that is mainly a spellcaster, a carry that is having a horrible time. And I'm like, I don't really want to spend all my gold in buffing up this mid hero who's a spellcaster, so he won't use the auras very well, and this carry who isn't really doing that much. So I completely changed my mind. I'm not going for a mech here into Greaves, because I think that way I will lose this game. Here I understand that I need to alter my item build, and I need to play more greedy, okay? I need to play more greedy, aka I need to go in Aghanim's because it will make me more tanky, my teammates more tanky, it will allow me to scale, and it opens up new and different item builds. So here we have a mid fight. I shell myself, I vacuum 2 heroes here on the Inkswell, I get a wall onto all 3, I get a double kill, triple kill even I think, it doesn't matter. So here this kind of like unlocks my game. So I have a raindrop, a lot of mana regen, I'm gonna buy an Ags, like we said, because I feel like I need to carry this game and I need to scale more. Here I stack the camp, I push the lane, good, don't have to look too much at it. So now, as we said, we farm a lot, we run to the fight, I get to use wall from long range, I vacuum when they all come. Now I actually get to get the Morphling as well, because in the early game it doesn't matter that much who you vac wall. You want to get as many as possible, but it's a nice bonus here that the Morphling waves in and I still have vacuum, and now I get to pull him into it too. Because here again we have another great team fight where the wall is just doing so much damage, like it's doing so much. So here, yada yada yada, not too much. Do. Aghanims, we farm some Ancients. I'm telling my team, hey guys, please wait for Ags, I need it. So I think we touched on it last time, what Ags does. So Ags gives you 2 shells. It also makes the shell last longer. It makes it last for 20 seconds more, so instead of 25, it's 45. So if I put 1 shell here, look what this shell does. Well, I put 2. But look, so these shells are killing this wave, another wave, and they killed 3 waves. 1 shell would like kill 3 waves, basically, which is incredible. I want to be tanky. I go Eternal Shroud. It's going to allow me to sustain. Once you have this Ags, make sure you keep shells on everyone. But let's just look at like the next team fights that are to come. And then we just pay attention to how I'm using my spells, basically. Because right now I want to go to side lanes, push it out, and then connect back to my team. And always make sure that you have shells on your teammates, and that you have good positioning, that you're tanky enough, and that you use your spells properly. And here I'm like, okay, whatever, they're 5k up, they're probably gonna own us and keep owning us, but we're gonna keep our cool. Because remember, the stronger your enemies get, the stronger your wall is gonna be eventually as well. So don't worry about it. Now that we're hitting mid-game, it's important that we vacuum combo with other heroes and that we wall their most important hero. Their most important hero right now is Morphling, by far. That Morphling illusion is incredible. So anyway, here we have a mid-fight. I'm about to get a good vacuum wall of, I think, 4-man because the Storm was zipping in 2. So sadly we don't get the Morphling, but the Morph is not here. So I kind of have to take this wall as it's a 4-man. So we get to kill the Witch Doctor. We keep shelling everything that we can. So this is fine. Good. We had an opportunity. We took it. Nothing too crazy. They take a fight. I don't have walls, so I'm kind of like, guys, I don't know if we can take this fight. But like, if you have a choice, Morphling is the most important target. Here we get a good 2-man vacuum. Nothing really to combo it with, but we get to save our teammates. Yeah. Good stuff. So now we're going for a Bloodstone, because Bloodstone, it makes us more tanky, more mana regen, spell lifesteal, which is great. We could also go Kaya Sanj. I was still experimenting, and actually Kaya Sanj and Bloodstone don't stack, duh. So usually if you go Kaya Sanj, you should have an Eternal Shroud, or you split it up into Bloodstone. But either way, so now we're still looking. We constantly run to side lanes. We shell it out like this. We go back to our team. Keep up your mana, you know. Shell your allies and just look for opportunities to combo with an ally or combo with yourself with the wall. So here we have a fight, and now like look at this. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna use my wall here or my vacuum because I'm like, there's not much to do. Maybe here if I can get the morphling, but I can't. So I'm like, okay, this doesn't look good. Let's chill. There's like a fight. We come in kind of late. We use our Iron Shell on our heroes, and then here like we're kind of backing off, and I don't really know yet what's happening. But I remember in this instance, we were getting ready to like turn because my Grimstroke was coming with his spells, and I was kind of expecting the Storm or the Morph to come in. And luckily, when I do Vacuum, the Storm was zipping, and Vacuum actually takes Storm out of Zip and Ember out of Remnants, so we get a pretty good Vacuum off. Now, when the spell is over, we get to use our wall. Sadly, it does not connect on the Morph, so you know we don't get to clip it onto him, sadly. But that's okay. That happens. So now game continues. We finish out our Bloodstone. Now we're very tanky. And like I already stated, this is a very, very greedy build. But okay, let's continue. You shouldn't really go for Bloodstone plus KheZu, so this is a mistake on my part. This is the first time that I bought this item build. And it doesn't actually stack. I think the mana region stacks, but the spell amp and the stuff around it, it doesn't really stack. So here we go top. We use our double shell on the wave. We try to get it pushed out. We farm it out. We constantly make sure to shell our allies when we do have this Aghanim's, as it gives them more HP, and especially when we have like Eternal Shroud and stuff, it also makes them more tanky. But let's just have a look at like the next couple of fights, how we play and like who we use our spells on. So here we run away. We do get a wall. It does not quite hit the Morphling. I get the Storm. So I have the Storm Illusion, which is like doing quite a bit. Now it's dead. But I think Storm ends up running back through it, and now the guy has no mana on Storm, so my Illusion ends up killing him. My shell damage got someone else. Here, with all the spell lifesteal I have, I get to turn around and look how much I'm healing. Like, we're just constantly getting all this HP back. We have a fight, we chase him. I think we don't actually end up killing him. We don't, we keep pushing. My next item is a Shiva. It's just more... Nope, actually I buy a Blink Dagger. I think that right now it's just very important for me to just get off. You know, I can put them together with Inkswell. I can maybe pull them into the Chrono, but most importantly, I want to vacuum and wall this Morphling. It's really important that we get this wall illusion on the Morph. Like right now, we're actually the top net worth hero in this game. We get to push in all the lanes. This looks good. I have a BKB and an Arcane Blink queued up. You know, BKB is just good for us to get all of our spells off securely. Arcane Blink, lower the cooldown and stuff like that. Here we get a decent vacuum off. We get to blink away before we're in too much danger. Let's have a look at this fight. Like here, we get to initiate, and already here, like I'm making sure that my spells stay ready, my blink stays ready. I wait for the Dawnbreaker ulti to be done. I wall, and as you can see, my number one priority is walling the Morphling. And now when I think the Chrono's about to be over, I vacuum the rest into the wall. Now I have the Morph illusions. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna click the Morph. Then I realize Morph is jumping away. But then I put it back on Morph anyway. Now he waveforms again, and I see that we're stunning him. I put every illusion on him. Now we get a double kill. We're gonna push out some lanes. This looks great. Now I'm gonna buy my Aghanims to make a slot for my Refresher, which is really good. And now, the next fight is very, very... It's like the game-deciding fight. Void is actually pretty strong now, because I think he got the Ags from Roshan, he got the Shard from Roshan too, and now I have a Refresher. And I'm like telling my team, okay, if we can kill them right now, we can go for it, otherwise we can just wait for 15 seconds. And look what's gonna happen. In 5 seconds, we have 2 walls. And now look, all I'm gonna do is, I BKB, Morphling comes in, I wall him, I Refresher, I'm gonna wall him again, I wait for the BKBs to be over, I vacuum, and my illusions are literally gonna kill everyone. It doesn't matter how many people they buy back. If my illusions stay alive, like, everyone dies. This Morphling died in like 2 seconds, and he can't really play, because my illusions are stronger, and then we also have the Grimstroke illusion, which is also like really damn strong. Let's just look at items here. In this game, I felt like I didn't necessarily have to tank up like straight away. Because they don't have like this one guy that is just necessarily gonna gank me. I mean, they do kind of, I guess, with the the Ember, but I knew that his item build, like I asked for his skill build, and it's like a 3-1-2. It's not like a max flame guard or whatever like that. So I know that this build is kind of okay. Even though you can go for a hood this game, you could go for Vanguard. Honestly, it might be better. But I felt like I want to make a lot of space and fight with my team. Also, my Puck was doing well. My Dawnbreaker was doing pretty well. So I was like, you know, a mech first item could make sense. We can keep going together. We can use our spells and stuff like that. So we're gonna go for a mech in this game. Mech into Greaves and I think more tanky items. But let's just again look at how we want to itemize and how we want to play the fights generally in this game. So let's keep skipping ahead real quick. Let's go to like 20-ish minutes. The game is very back and forth. Like really, it really is very back and forth. So in this game, again, I don't really feel like that I shouldn't have to carry it from myself. I have a Puck who's doing well. There's a Medusa and a TB in the game. I want to make it as easy as possible for my Medusa. Therefore, I think mech into Greaves is very good. I get a casual hood right now. I'm gonna build a Crimson Guard, as you guys can see. It's gonna make me the Crimson Guard is gonna make me more tanky. It's gonna make my illusions more tanky. It's gonna make my Medusa super tanky as well. So overall, it's just great to have. Here in this fight, we have wall coming up soon. So like right now, I'm trying very hard to not use my wall on anything but the TB. And as you can see here, I'm eating a Lishrak stun, and I'm still holding my wall like this entire time. I had 2-man vacuum walls everywhere, but here, I see the TB come, and I'm walling him. Because I remember that he has a BKB, so potentially vacuum walling him may not work, because if he BKBs when I vacuum, the wall might still go off and I might misplace it. So instead, I'm just gonna wall him to make an illusion of him 100% sure, and now I'm just holding the vacuum. And look at this illusion, 75, 75, 75. It's continuously just dealing damage. Now I vacuum his Leshrac into the wall, and I'm trying to chill. Like this illusion now, boom, I'm skipping the attention over to the Leshrac, and Leshrac dies. And now the TB has to run away from my illusions. And basically, my TB Illu just like won this fight. I keep searching in, and this was like the first fight that was real that we won convincingly. Like they used a buyback on the Undying, and we still kind of team wiped them, which was very important. And the thing there is, the TB isn't coming, but I am not allowed to vacuum wall the rest of the team. Like I could only get like 2-man vacuum walls off and whatever, and I know that the TB is literally everything from the enemy lineup. Okay, like I'm not really allowed to wall anybody else in the enemy team. All of those illusions are pretty bad. It's not like that if I miss the TB, I'm getting a Beastmaster and stuff like that, you know? So I'm going for this for the mech, into the hood, into the Greaves. Now I'm going for the Crimson Guard, and now I'm queuing up a Blink Dagger. The reason I'm queuing up Blink Dagger is that all I want to do is give auras. I have 2 jobs. Give auras to my team and wall the TB. It is literally all that I have to do. Like even here too, I do not want to vacuum wall until I can get the TB. So here, I see that the TB is over there, boom, wall. I get the Centaur, I get the TB. I put illusion, I keep the TB, Illu on the TB, I put the Centaur on the Centaur to get him killed. Now I run away while I micro my illusions. I get a vacuum here that somehow blocks the Leshrac. It was not on purpose, by the way. My illusions are still hitting the TB, who's TPing out. He barely makes it. I get Inkswelled, we swim on top of the Lesh, boom, we kill the Lesh. And now we take all the Illus, we run into the Roshan Pit. Like this game right now, so far this has been like a very good showcase of how you want to play this hero in like that type of aspect, really. So here, boom, 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 we push out some lanes. We're gonna keep shelling the waves. It's similar to when you have the Aghanims. It doesn't matter if you have Aghs or not. You want to go to side lanes, you want to push them, but especially if you have Aghs, you want to put 1 shell on a side lane, keep the other shells on your teammates to give them higher HP and stuff like that. We're getting close to Blink Dagger, which is very important and very, 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 very useful. We have the punch now with the shard as well, which I have been experimenting with more and more. Where did this TB actually go here? Ah, they used Stampede. That's why he got out. It was actually kind of close. See, I mean, at this point, we're getting quite far ahead, but you guys get the point. It is important to understand who we need to use our spells on. Like, it is really, really, really important. Because, like, here right now, it doesn't really matter, but we need to buy the right items, we need to buy the right auras, we need to use them properly, and we need to understand who and when to use our spells. Like, who on and when to. So like here we're 13k gold ahead, but it's not easy for us to break their base because of this Leshrac shard. Like people are getting 3 men stunned. I mean, people aren't really paying attention. Like here, I try to blink in on the TB and wall and punch him. Now I wall him, and I think it doesn't turn out that good. Like I'm just kind of overplaying while my team is busy on some other stuff, right? Or maybe it still turns out good. I'm not sure. Actually, it turns out pretty good. I take out the TB the whole fight. I make like 2 small TB illusions. In the meantime, we get to kill his team, so it just works out like pretty well. Honestly, that's not bad at all. We're now 15k gold up. And here we're chilling again. Can't really do much right now, but I'm just going to give auras to my team. I'm going to give auras, punch the TB when I can, vacuum whatever is possible. And this way, like, my job is kind of done, right? Like here again, let's have a look at the next team fight. I get to punch the Ember, but I don't think we're going to quite kill him. No. No, we will not. So we're chilling. And again, I'm queuing up a refresher. I think late game refresher on this hero is really, really strong. Like people really underestimate how strong this item is on this hero. And yeah, it takes a while for you to get used to and stuff like that. Like here again, look at our positioning. I'm kind of like too deep in and I think I'm nearly dying. Luckily this ulti from the new hero is really strong. We get Crimson off, we get Greaves off. Look at this wall, it's actually pretty good. It got the TB, it also got the Centaur. My illusion is pretty strong right now. I get to vacuum back the Lash, but sadly we can't do too much with it right now because we need to fight more so together. I punch the TB again, lock him down a bit and try to make an illusion that deals some damage. I'm now buying a pipe because I feel like my illusions are taking a lot of pressure. Like my illusions are actually taking a lot of damage from like their Leshrac and their Maelstroms and stuff like that. So now it's a pretty similar game to the one before. We use our Crimson on the buildings to try and delay it. I have Vacuum very soon. Also, I can combo my Vacuum with the coil, and I told my puck that if he coils them properly, I can snap it with my Vacuum. So here I kind of try to chase a bit. We're looking to kill the Slash. We will get him, which is, you know, it's good for us. It's good. Again, we have the refresher queued up. We kind of need it at this point. Like we need 2 TB illus. Like we really do. There's no other way around it. Also remember that if you're buying like a refresher, consider your talents. If you have an Aghanim's, if you're gonna buy Ags or if you there's a high chance of you buying Ags, and just take the Iron Shell damage talents. They're just very necessary if you play those item builds. It just makes a lot more sense. So like here, you know, push out some lanes again, kind of chill it through. Also make sure that if you're in like a fight, especially in late game, I didn't do it properly in this game. Like if the Medusa, I think he's like very low move speed. Eventually he buys a Rapier, and I had to search him more often. Like here too, I have a 3-man vacuum wall. And I go for it. But I think the only reason that I went for this wall here is that I know my Dawnbreaker is dying without, like he's dying without buyback. And look how long I wait. Like I'm really debating if I want to go for this. And I'm constantly checking the minimap where my team is. I Greaves him right before I go in, I Crimson, and I have a refresher. I think the important part here is that I waited as long as possible and I wait for my team to come over. I do get a 3-man vacuum wall off into a coil by the puck. Actually, Thompson dodged the coil here with Fizz. I didn't realize that. But remember, I have a refresher. So, but now look at me. I'm kiting. I'm not overcommitting. We get off another coil because we have the refresher shard. And now I'm pretty sure that we have to use refresh. We go in. We refresh. We vacuum. We wall. Now we get a real TB Illu. Another center one, and now again the illusions are just gonna do all the work. All we need to do is stay alive, do whatever we can, and let the illusions like kind of do their job, you know. So this fight, we're just kind of winning it. We're just going through here. Not too much happening. We're pushing their base. The TB is spawning soon, and again we're gonna have a wall. The wall is ready because we took the CD reduction talent, and we also took the parallel wall talent because it's all about our ultimate and getting the TB. You know, it's just very important. So I went for a Hood. Why do I go Hood first item? Because when I play Dark Seer, you need to look at it kind of this way. I generally want to itemize for myself, so I want to make myself tanky. In some games, you can get a Vanguard first. In some games, you can get a Hood first. you don't always have to go first at a mechanism. I think you should only go first at a mech if you're gonna go together and if it's not that easy for you to die first. But like in this game, there's a Mirana arrow, lots of magic damage, like Legion Q if he skills it, CM is all magic, Mirana is mainly magic, Queen of Pain has a lot of magic damage, and Wraith King also, like not too much but a little bit, so generally speaking the Hood is really strong. Hood also allows us to play aggressive and it gives us some good sustain. Here, we're just like kind of playing around a bit. We have a Hood, I skill wall, I get to kill the guy. You know, I kill them top while my team is killing them bottom. I think I force out a Sonic Wave here or whatever, which is fine. I kill the carry, 3 people come top. So in this game, the reason I go Hood is because it's going to allow me to play very aggressively and now I can build into like team items. I go top, I get more levels, and like look at this timing. I'm going to have a 10-minute Hood mech or something like that. I need to play more greedy, aka I need to go on Aghanim's because it will make me more tanky, my team is more tanky, it will allow me to scale, and it opens up new and different item builds. So here we have a mid fight. I shell myself, I vacuum 2 heroes here on the Inkswell, I get a wall onto all 3, I get a double kill, triple kill even I think, it doesn't matter. So here this kind of like unlocks my game. So I have a raindrop, a lot of mana regen. I'm gonna buy an Ags, like we said, because I feel like I need to carry this game and I need to scale more. Here, I stack the camp, I push the lane, good. Don't have to look too much at it. So now, as we said, we farm a lot, we run to the fight, I get to use wall from long range. I vacuum when they all come. Now I actually get to get the Morphling as well, because most in the early game it doesn't matter that much who you vac wall. You want to get as many as possible, but it's a nice bonus here that the Morphling waves in and I still have vacuum, and now I get to pull him into it too. Because here again we have another great team fight where the wall is just doing so much damage. Like it's doing so much. Just look for opportunities to combo with an ally or combo with yourself with the wall. So here we have a fight, and now, like, look at this. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to use my wall here or my vacuum, because I'm like, there's not much to do. Maybe here, if I can get the Morphling, but I can't. So I'm like, okay, this doesn't look good. Let's chill. There's like a fight. We come in kind of late. We use our Iron Shell on our heroes. And then here, like, we're kind of backing off, and I don't really know yet what's happening. But I remember in this instance, we were getting ready to like turn because my Grimstroke was coming with his spells, and I was kind of expecting the Storm or the Morph to come in. And luckily, when I do Vacuum, the Storm was zipping, and Vacuum actually takes Storm out of Zip and Ember out of Remnants, so we get a pretty good Vacuum off. Now, when the spell is over, we get to use our wall. Sadly, it does not connect on the Morph, so you know we don't get to clip it onto him, sadly. But that's okay. That happens. So now game continues, we finish out our Bloodstone, now we're very tanky, and like I already stated, this is a very greedy build, but okay, let's continue. You shouldn't really go for Bloodstone plus KheZu, so this is a mistake on my part. This is the first time that I bought this item build, and it doesn't actually stack. I think the mana regen stacks, but the spell amp and the stuff around it doesn't really stack. So here we go top, we use our double shell on the wave, we try to get it pushed out. We farm it out. We constantly make sure to shell our allies when we do have this Aghanim's, as it gives them more HP, and especially when we have like Eternal Shroud and stuff, it also makes them more tanky. This hero is like all about these auras and hitting your spells properly, you know, like vacuum comboing. If all you have to do is like hit a good vacuum or a good ult, like consider getting a Blink Dagger. If you have good vacuum combos, like buy a Blink Dagger earlier than kind of what people are suggesting to you. In some games, it's just important that you get your spells off. You need to try to understand what items you want to buy, like what is necessary for you in the early game to the mid game and stuff like that, you know? So I hope that this guide was helpful for you guys. You know, to help you guys understand more in terms of what your first items are, what are your second items, what should you focus on in terms of like wave clear and team fighting, who do you want to vacuum wall, and like how important is it really to hold your spell. Like just because you have a 2-man vacuum wall doesn't mean that you should necessarily go for it. You know, it has to make sense and it needs to be good for you and your team. You need to vacuum wall the enemy carry and stuff like that, because that is what's actually important. It's not important to vacuum wall the enemy's +5 CM and the +4 Spur Breaker. You know, I'd rather have a 1-man wall on a Morphling, TB, Medusa than a 3-man vacuum wall on a 3-4-5 that have no auras and that give me no illusions of significance whatsoever. Okay, so yeah, hopefully this video can help you guys. Again, As you guys all know, this is brought to you by myself in collaborations with my partners over at Bitburger 00. And yeah, I really, really hope you guys enjoyed this one because I know I did. Dark Seer is one of my favorite heroes and one of my best heroes. So thank you for tuning in. Have a good one, everybody. Bye bye.